The Book of Shadows, Mythology. What if I told you that somewhere in the world right now, someone is writing in a book that's been called both sacred scripture and dangerous witchcraft? Welcome to the mysterious world of the Book of Shadows, a tome that sparked curiosity, fear, and fascination for centuries. Contrary to popular belief, there isn't just one Book of Shadows sitting in some dusty castle tower. These books are as diverse as the people who create them, each one a deeply personal collection of spells, rituals, and spiritual wisdom passed down through generations or carefully crafted by individual practitioners. The concept traces back to medieval grimoires, those legendary spell books that promise to unlock the secrets of magic and the supernatural. These ancient texts, with names like the Key of Solomon and the Book of Honorius, were written by scholars, alchemists, and mystics who believed they could harness supernatural forces through precise rituals and incantations. Many were beautifully illustrated manuscripts, filled with cryptic symbols, astronomical charts, and elaborate ceremonies. But here's where it gets interesting. The modern Book of Shadows as we know it today was largely shaped by Gerald Gardner in the 1940s and 50s. Gardner, often called the father of modern Wicca, claimed to have inherited ancient witch traditions. But scholars now believe he creatively blended historical sources, ceremonial magic, and his own innovations to create something entirely new. So what exactly goes into a Book of Shadows? Think of it as a spiritual cookbook mixed with a personal diary. Practitioners record spells for everything from healing and protection to love and prosperity. They document the properties of herbs and crystals, noting which ones work best for specific intentions. Moon phases, seasonal celebrations, and astrological correspondences fill the pages alongside personal reflections on magical experiences. Many books contain detailed instructions for casting circles, the sacred spaces where rituals take place. You'll find invocations to deities from various pantheons, prayers for different occasions, and meditations designed to enhance psychic abilities. Some practitioners include dream interpretations, divination techniques using tarot cards or runes, and records of their spiritual growth over time. The creation process itself is considered sacred. Many practitioners handwrite their books, believing that the physical act of writing transfers personal energy into the pages. Some use special inks, decorative papers, or bind their books during specific moon phases. The book becomes a living document, growing and evolving as the practitioner's knowledge and experience expand. One fascinating aspect is how these books are passed down. In traditional covens, initiates often copy portions of their teacher's book by hand, adding their own discoveries and modifications over time. This creates family trees of magical knowledge, where you can trace certain spells or rituals back through multiple generations of practitioners. But let's address the elephant in the room. Popular culture, especially shows like Charmed and movies about witches, has created some wild misconceptions about Books of Shadows. They're not ancient artifacts with supernatural powers that glow or float around rooms. They don't automatically grant magical abilities to whoever reads them. Real Books of Shadows are deeply personal spiritual tools, no more inherently magical than a prayer book or meditation journal. The books also reflect the incredible diversity within modern pagan and Wiccan communities. Some practitioners focus on Celtic traditions, filling their books with information about Druids and ancient Irish festivals. Others draw from Greek, Roman, or Norse mythology. Eclectic practitioners might blend elements from multiple traditions, creating unique systems that speak to their individual spiritual needs. Interestingly, the digital age has transformed how many people maintain their Books of Shadows. Online communities share spells and rituals across continents. Digital versions allow for easy searching and organization, though many practitioners still prefer the tactile experience of pen and paper for their most important entries. The legal history surrounding these books reveals society's changing attitudes toward alternative spirituality. During the witch trials of the 16th and 17th centuries, possessing such a book could mean death. Even into the 20th century, practitioners often kept their books hidden, using codes or symbols to disguise their contents from disapproving family members or employers. Today, Books of Shadows represent something profound about human nature, our eternal quest to understand the mysteries around us and find meaning in our daily lives. Whether you view them as spiritual tools, historical curiosities, or simply interesting examples of folk tradition, these books offer a unique window into how people throughout history have sought to connect with something greater than themselves. They remind us that magic, in its truest sense, might not be about supernatural powers at all, but about the very human desire to transform ourselves and our world through intention, ritual, and belief.